Welcome in CKB Renegades. Now, you didn't know this about Nervos Network CKB. So recently, I have been trying a lot of different things out on the Nervos Network. The first thing that I am doing is definitely staking my CKB. The best thing that you could ever do in crypto, because the best bank accounts in the world, the best credit unions have the best interest rates. So initially with CKB, I was trying to find a way to stake, and what I came across was the Nervos Network DAO. So essentially, and it's kind of built in. I love how like CK Bull Wallet and a lot of the other ones, Joy ID. I think there's a few others that you can stake directly with the DAO from the wallet, which is a really interesting feature to me to be able to do. You get like 2.112% yield when you do stake your CKB. And the cool part is you can choose how long you want to stake it for, and then get it out of there when you need to. So it's pretty interesting. We're going to talk about some interesting things that you didn't know about CKB. So there are some things happening right now that you need to pay attention to in the charts. There is some technical things that I've been looking at that are pretty interesting, and then also some fundamental aspects of the analytics of CKB that we're going to look into today. So I hope you guys are having a good into your Friday night. We are going to educate you guys a little bit about CKB, and we're going to look at some price targets that are looking pretty sexy to me. I'm thinking about putting in a leverage trade right now at these prices. So essentially, it's on. So let's get this out here. Alrighty. So what we're going to do first is we're going to look at those wallets and the functionality of them. So the first one that we're going to be talking about today is the Neuron wallet. Neuron Wallet is a self-custodial CKB wallet supported by the Nervos Foundation and maintained by MagicBase. This desktop wallet holds your keys and can create and broadcast transactions on your behalf without any assistance from third parties. Neuron Wallet has bundled the CKB mainnet node and configured to connect to the CKB mainnet. After installation, as you open the Neuron Wallet, the bundled mainnet node will run. CK Bull, and this is the one that I use. This is my favorite wallet on here. This is where I do my staking. This is where I receive my CKB send. This is basically my main wallet. CK Bull is a mobile wallet that allows you to access and manage your CKB tokens, bridge from ForceBridge, NFTs, as well as deposits into the Nervos DAO, all in one place. So this is why I use it, because I am able to access that Nervos DAO directly from my CK Bull wallet, and I can stake and access and interact with my CKB in a functional and effective way. Now, Joy ID is pretty interesting because it ties directly to your device. So it's a passwordless, mnemonic-free, non-custodial, and fully decentralized wallet. This is the web-based wallet that is the most functional wallet in CKB. This wallet will connect directly to your device so that you don't lose your passkey. SafePal. Founded in 2018, SafePal is a cryptocurrency wallet that aims to provide a secure and user-friendly crypto management platform for the masses. SafePal provides hardware wallet, software wallet, and browser extension wallet product lines. All are paired and managed through the SafePal app, where users can easily store, swap, and trade. It is now serving more than 6 million users across the globe. You can use the Ledger, which is the one I have as well. I haven't used it yet. I might actually store my CKB in it. But Ledger is the most popular hardware wallet and has support for Nervos CKB. You can store, send, and receive CKB using your Ledger Nano X and Ledger Nano S hardware wallets. Click here for the guide. Opera Wallet. Starting today, Opera's millions of users can send and receive Nervos CKB within the crypto wallet built into the Opera browser on Android. IM Token. Since its founding in May 2016, IM Token has provided secure and trust digital asset management service to millions of users in more than 150 countries and regions worldwide. In 2018, the team open sourced the core code of IM Token 2.0 on GitHub. IM Token provides a built-in CKB wallet that enables users to safely send and store CKB. GateWeb3 Wallet is a powerful multi-chain aggregation non-custodial digital asset management tool designed to empower users to independently control and manage assets across different chains. We got OneKey, we got ReWallet, UTXO wallet built on CKB, make the UTXO model more scalable, secure, and interoperable. IMKey, CoinX Wallet, and more. So this is where you're going to be able to interact with CKB in a functional and effective way. Now, why are we wanting to interact with CKB? Well, this is a question I've asked myself since I heard about it. So I really like to understand what is happening with the cryptos that I am dealing with, and I am a big analytics guy. And I do like Dondra because this person, they post a lot of the analytics for CKB. And this is something you really need to pay attention to if you are an investor in CKB. These are the fundamental analytics for CKB. So here's the look at Nervos Network CKB development update, September 2024 to September 2025. GitHub hustle. 1,646 commits across 221 repos by 722 developers, outpacing similar projects. Bi-weekly updates keep improving CLI, CKB, VM, and Light Client. Big wins are RGB++ later launched, boosting Bitcoin DeFi with a 487% asset surge. iCKB integration made Nervos DAO rewards more user-friendly. The UTXO stack and Rosen Bridge enhanced Bitcoin and cross-chain interoperability. Ecosystem growth. Upbit listing, which we talked about last week, the KRW BTC USDT, drove a 70% price spike. And this is what, so guys, okay. So this is backed by Sequoia and multi-chain with hackathons and CertiK, audits boosting security, building for the future takes time. But let's talk about this for a second. So this has an incredible fundamental technology. It's why I'm interested in it. I like a lot of cryptos that are fundamentally sound because when I invest, I want to stick around in a crypto for a long time. So essentially, I also like to make money in crypto. I didn't get in crypto just because I liked the technology. I got into it for the opposite reason, because I wanted to make money, and then I fell in love with the technology. And so essentially right now with these developments happening, with the big interest globally that we're seeing, you know, especially in South Korea and these other crypto-friendly countries. So what is essentially happening is when this big influx of money, so it's a capital rotation, right? So even in South Korea, even if they love CKB, I am looking for a massive move to the upside because of some of these certain indications. The RGB++ surging the assets, the South Korean market bringing massive liquidity into the market with these new the quantum resistance wallets, resistant wallets, things are going to start really picking up for CKB. And especially when the entire market starts moving, this capital is going to flow back into CKB in a manageable and functional way. So what I see is a massive accumulation. If you are buying CKB, this isn't financial advice, but you need to really start picking it up, especially under half a cent, because we're going to see a move to a cent happen in the matter of days. So essentially, you could possibly double your money in the matter of a couple of days. So I would be going, and I would be going on to Mexi, I would be going on to Upbit, I would be going on Binance, wherever I need to go to purchase CKB right now, because I am telling you, I love a lot of other cryptos. You guys know I'm a huge internet computer fan. But with it doesn't have something that I could necessarily just say, hey, this is the reason that internet computer, well, Caffeine AI is pretty cool, and that might do it. But with the liquidity is what I'm talking about. Yes, the technology is great. CKB has great technology, but there is an interest in the sector that is really going to drive that price and adoption up. So here's how the way it works. So with internet computer, you have the technology, and adoption is slowly coming. there isn't that money that's making, if people got really interested in ICP when that money flowed in, when it just went crazy, it was everywhere. So then it didn't really matter about the technology. So now what's going to happen is liquidity is going to flow into the market from these big interest sectors, and that's going to drive adoption in these other sectors of the world. So what's going to happen is that money is going to flow into CKB through the South Korean market, and that's going to drive adoption throughout the whole globe. People are going to come in. Why is CKB moving from 198 or whatever it's at right now all the way into the top 50 in the matter of days? So essentially, that is going to get the interest on the technology. People are going to come in and look because of that mass interest. They're going to find the technology, use the technology, and then that's going to drive the adoption for the technology and the liquidity. So that's what needs to happen in buying CKB right now. You have to understand these mass influx, and we're going to look at the charts later, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. The Wireman, been waiting for so long, holding for 4 years. Yeah, I mean, sometimes things take time. You know what I mean? But good things are worth the wait. Now let's go look at some more of these amazing metrics for CKB. So this isn't just CKB. This is the top projects by development activity growth by Chain Broker. So this is as of September 3rd, 2025. And as you see, we have Concordium Net, Multiverse X, Euler Finance, Hather Network, IOTA Nervos Network, the T Network, ZK Sync, Scroll _ZKP, and DYDX. So essentially, Nervos Network is up 150% in developer activity growth. So these are the things that I'm really interested in when it comes to mass adoption coming in. When that big liquidity comes in, the development is going to be ready for it, essentially. So I want to talk about something big that's going to be happening pretty soon. So I'm actually gonna try to get myself a miner. So what I want to do is maybe start mining some CKB. I don't know how profitable it's going to be, how much the miners are going to cost, but I do want to learn more about it. And I want to see if it's possible, one, to earn some crypto, and by mining, I've always wanted to mine crypto, and two, to be able to become profitable with mining and see if that works. And I do know some people like Six Figs that do or will be mining CKB, especially in the wintertime, because it's a source of heat as well. So what I want to do is learn more about this. So basically, there is a sponsor to Mining Disrupt, and this is going to be Nervos Network, and this is the Byte sponsor. And you can meet the team at the booth at booth number 240 at Mining Disrupt 2025, which is going to be November 11th through the 13th in Dallas, Texas. You can get your tickets now on Eventbrite. Make sure that if you are going, there's going to be a bunch of us that are going to be going there. We want you guys to come meet the team, meet all of us influencers, and kind of just learn about mining with the rest of us. I think this is one of the most interesting aspects of CKB that I have not been able to sink my teeth into yet. So I love new things that are going to kind of up my knowledge of CKB, and I'd love to meet you guys. I'd love to have you come and, you know, talk crypto with us, talk our profits, our losses, talk some technology, just kind of get to know one another, and you know, just have a fun time. These conferences are always fun too. There's the conferences in the day, and then we kind of hang out and chill at night, and hang out, get to know each other, and, you know, create these bonds that last for a long time. And I definitely love that about this. You know, just the whole experience is wonderful. So you guys come, you know, if you're gonna be out that way, come visit us, and, you know, learn about some mining while you're doing it. Okay. Now let's look at the volume for CKB first off. So this is always where I like to start, is with some volume. This is a beautiful price to get into CKB. If we look at the year, we can see this massive move from a little bit double where we're at now, about double where we're at now, all the way up to right around 2 cents. So, and if we actually go before that, it was way below that, like below where we're at now, all the way up to 3.2 cents. And this was in 2024. We're going to have a higher move than this. So essentially what we're going to be seeing is this massive move. And this happened from January to April. So 3 months. All we need to do is start in September and move out into November. And then we will see new wonderful highs. So if you're buying anything in this red zone, you are definitely making money in CKB. Now, if we even go look at the last month, we can see these massive spikes like right here from 4.5. And this is that South Korean market that I'm telling you about, just big, massive spikes. So this was a nice little recovery rally that we saw. We did see another one. This happens all the time from lower than we are now up to, double the price of what it was. So these big spikes just keep happening. That's why it's important to get in at these low prices. These are beautiful prices to be buying CKB at. Now I'll show you even more in these charts. I don't know why it always disconnects me from here, but I don't know. My trading view has been acting really weird lately. So we do have this, kind of rising price movement on the 15. We have it on the hour as well, which is good. The 4 hour, we are getting higher highs or higher lows. We do have a lower high than here, but we are getting higher highs than previously. And then we start to reach it. So this is just consolidation. Essentially what's happened, we're consolidating between these 2 points. We're getting some sell side liquidity when Bitcoin dumps that goes under what we want, like right there, that's sell side liquidity. But we have this beautiful falling wedge in the midst of chaos here. So essentially, we're looking for a breakout of this level right here. This nice, beautiful little falling wedge that we got going. So we're just kind of smacking. We're having this buy side liquidity come out the top. Look at this, though. That's that South Korean money. We like South Korean money. We like these big moves to the upside down. This is good for leverage trading. It's good for buying the dips and then taking a quick profit when nothing's happening. Double your money real quick, almost, not double, but, like a 60% return. Quick. So those are the things that I like to see in consolidation periods. I am starting to see the volume really start to drop. And I do see this a lot before a big move in the upside. This volume being at 9.2 million is a very bullish sign, even though you're like, wait, the volume's dropping. Well, so when the volume drops, the price doesn't move quite as much because essentially not as much as selling, not as much as buying. So what we end up having is when we do get a massive amount of volume, it creates these massive movements. When we go from 9 million all the way up to that $444 million right there. So that's what I'm saying. We go from 10 million to 444 million. That's a 44x in volume. That's insane. 44x in volume. So, guys, the market sucks right now for all of crypto. But I'm looking to make some serious money in crypto this bull market. And CKB, whether it goes down or up right now, I am scooping up bags. We might even see another move down to this 4.6, and then even a little bit below to test these lower levels. And then eventually we're going to test and break out of this. It does look like we got a weird little inverse head and shoulders that could be happening. Essentially, it's a weird one. It probably, the neckline is already funky. If we bring it down, it kind of broke that. But I've seen these play out more than once where it already has that just buy side liquidity above it. And we end up having this play out. And then it goes exactly to the inverse head and shoulders. I don't like to count on this, but it's definitely a possibility that we get a nice move above this area, because I've seen it happen many, many, many times. And then look, that's going to take us right up to this buy side liquidity zone. So there's definite bullish momentum. That's on the 4 hour. Let's look at the daily. See, the daily just looks jumbled. This is an absolute middle ground right here. I mean, it just isn't. I mean, actually, we have a descending triangle, essentially, that broke down once, twice, and we're holding support for this descending triangle that says we're going to go down even further. It's continuation. So, like I said, we might even see some more consolidation. But then look, if it does break out of here, look at this support we have right here. So even if it does break out, it's probably only going to go down to this 4-6 area. This is a nice rising support line. So if we do get this falling wedge, descending triangle to break to the downside, it's going to bounce off of here most likely and then go back up. So, and I do see a nice double bottom here. If we get rid of this, we have a nice double bottom that did break out, and then it could turn to a little triple bottom here, and we see a breakout with this weird looking inverse head and shoulders we have here. So things are looking pretty good. I do want to look, dude, the volume is crazy for what the price is. That's all I have to say. Like, we should be at 30. It's staying stagnant right now at about 46.8, which isn't too bad, but that gives us a lot of room to move to the upside. Now, if we go to the week, we're sitting at 44. And as you see, the big move to the upside back here brought us all the way up to like 85. So that more than doubled the amount of volume consistently over the weekly. So I am really starting to turn bullish in crypto right now, just because everybody else is bearish. Everybody else, oh, it's a different market. We're going to have, no, it's the same. We're in the psychological downtrend of the bull market, and we are going to see some recoveries. Now, on the weekly, we had a nice little bull flag type deal. And this, I don't even want to call it, it's gone down too far to be a bull flag anymore. I will not call that a bull flag. But on the weekly, we do have an inverse head and shoulders, and I love these weird looking inverse head and shoulders because they play out a lot of the time. This one's way better than the other one because it's barely breaking that neckline. So we got the left shoulder here, we got the right shoulder here, and we got this, we got the head here, left shoulder, head, right shoulder over here. That is like 60% complete. Now we just need to move back up to this 6.5 area on the weekly within the next couple of weeks. And then we have a nice breakout. And where is that? Dang, I'm finding some bullishness in the charts. Cool. Where is that going to bring us? I like that it's ascending upwards too. So that's going to bring us to almost a penny. That's going to bring us right to this liquidity area right here. That's beautiful. Look at that area. This is the sell side liquidity zone that we get up into. This is a support level that had the big breakdown. So this is super bullish to me. To be honest with you, I am really bullish on the weekly chart on CKB right now. And as you see, yeah, that looks good on the daily too. And we could even move it up on the daily to right there. And then that makes a beautiful unjumbled one where the neckline isn't sticking out. Wow, I like that. So yeah, we could get a nice, beautiful little inverse head and shoulders. And we actually would go over to this one right there. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Head has to be below the left and the right shoulder. So, and beautiful. We have a beautiful breakout line, a beautiful area. Now let's look at the Fibonacci golden retracement. I bet you it matches up. TradingView always trying to get their free ads. Don't use their ads. We don't like free ads around here, especially when TradingView doesn't work properly most of the time. So let's go to the weekly. That'll make it easier. We'll look at this golden ratio. Look how far down we've come to. Guys, if you're not bullish, every time we have the two pumps in the bull market, just remember that. We got one. It was kind of a double little, but that technically doesn't count. That all happened 2024. So let's see, 2021. Oh, that happened all in 2021, but I don't think we were launched before. Wait, it was launched before that? Hold on. Why does the chart only have that? So wait, was there no bull market for CKB in 2020? I swear it's been around longer than that. I thought it was. I guess not. So yeah, we can't really use any indicators in that, but we had the first one in 2024, and then we're going to have the second one in 2025. But let's look at that Fibonacci golden retracement. I think it's just the USDT possibly. Not 100% sure, but let's go back to the weekly. So I'm just going to take the fib from the top here to the bottom here. And wait, as you see, it matches perfectly with my line. So this is an area we need to watch, people. Let's zoom in on this a little more, because that's exactly the inverse head and shoulders breakout level. Exactly. The 0236 is exactly the breakout level, that exact area. So this is a price I'm watching for CKB in the very short term to move. I love it when all the technicals come together perfectly. It really gives me strength and hope in the future bullishness of CKB. So it looks like we're pretty good in the charts with things telling us we're bullish. Guys, you need to pick 5 cryptos for the bull market. You need to be buying them right now, not financial advice. And Crow, I mean, exactly. If you pick 5 cryptos, main holding is Crow, but have 3 mil CKB. Mine CKB myself heats the house in the winter. Nice. I hope you meet with a new CKB influencer. Okay. It is definitely time to scoop up some CKB bags. Also, check out all of the information at Nervos Talk. You can look at the Nervos Foundation on Twitter, run CKB. Let's go. And then, of course, there is the DAO that you need to pay attention to. So, guys, get yourself some CKB bags. There's a lot of interesting things happening right now that are going to drive the price and the adoption of CKB. All right, guys, that being said, goodbye and good CKB. Bam!